earlier about this team surviving in the margin all year. Is this just an example of where the margin came back again?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. I think for the most part we've done the things necessary to win. I think last week we tested fate a little bit, certainly with the turnovers, and it really took a very unusual circumstance in that fourth quarter for us to win the football game. So we pushed the envelope last week too far. Clearly today, it's hard to win football games against good competitive teams, and that's basically everybody in our conference. If you're going to turn the ball over, and they didn't turn it over once today, to my knowledge. I don't think I missed one. So we turned it over 4 times. One of them literally gives them a score, and then the only really long run that we had of the day gets called back on a penalty. So if you do that, week in and week out, you're not going to win many football games. That's, I think, what's allowed us to be successful, and we've got to get back to that formula.
Is your message at this point to these guys, hey, the Big Ten title is still out there, one loss doesn't do it?
I think everything's out there. We're not going to go undefeated. That's about the only thing that's obvious at this point. But we haven't talked a lot about the title. We haven't talked about the rankings. I know everybody else has, but we've just been trying to focus on the team that's in front of us. We'll do the same thing next week, and if it's appropriate, we'll do that later on. But our guys know what's going on. They can look at the scoreboard. They figure all that stuff out. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But that's we're going to try to get back on our feet and see if we can't win next weekend. And it's going to be a tough task. We know that already.
Can you talk about the call? Can you talk about the bootleg and what maybe happened there? What went short?
Obviously, we didn't get a good enough block or delay on their defensive end. He made the play down there, and it's a good play on their part, bad play on ours, and that cost us a touchdown and a quarterback, unfortunately.
Coach, I know any kid wants to step in at quarterback in a situation like James did today, but knowing the youth and knowing that he hasn't gotten the opportunity to play, I mean, the enormity of the pressure that he might have faced going into that situation.
Yeah, it's always, it's tough for any young player. James is a redshirt freshman, and tough for any young player to step in. Certainly a quarterback, it's a little bit more difficult. There's a lot more going on there. And experience is a great thing, but I thought their guy did a good job. Persa stepped in and did a nice job. I don't know how much he's played prior to last week, but he got thrown into a similar circumstance last week, came back and grew from it. And I think James will do the same thing this week. He's a quality football player. We've felt good about him all along, and like I said, it's probably just unfortunate he hasn't had a chance to play more this year. And we haven't been involved in those kinds of games, but he'll be a better player next week, and he'll be better the week after.
But it's almost like a relief pitcher coming in a perfect game and trying to close it out, and maybe not played all year.
Yeah, the relief pitcher hasn't been in the majors long. That's the only problem. It's his first time out there basically. So it's a tough circumstance, but I thought he did a lot of good things out there, made a lot of smart decisions, and he's going to be a fine football player.
They were shutting down your running game as well too. Obviously, with a backup quarterback, they're putting 8 guys in the box.
Yeah, they did a good job, and we weren't running the ball that great prior to that, but it made it a little bit tougher. So I made that comment I think during the week that I thought they really played good defense last year. They won 9 ball games last year, and had a heck of a chance to beat a very good Missouri team. So that wasn't a fluke, and I thought they played good defense, and they played the same kind of defense today. They made it tough on us. They made it hard for us to make plays. They forced turnovers, and didn't give us anything easy, for the most part. So that's good defense.
Even with all the turnovers, this game could have gotten out of hand the other way. You talked about your defense and the job they did, just giving you guys a chance to beat it.
That's one thing we've been pretty consistent. We've played good defense, and we haven't had quite the injury challenges to overcome there, but the guys have played well. They've done a good job, and they've given us a chance. We take 7 points off the board if you're looking at the defensive side today. They held the Wildcats to 10, and most circumstances 10 points is going to get you a win. But I'm not surprised by that. They've been playing well, and I thought they played well today again.